Hello, hello. Hey, everybody. TTV the Spry Frog here with another Fellowship Patch Note rundown. There's been a lot of updates that have come in the first week of Fellowship tuning. A lot of people may have already been aware of the healer tuning that happened on Monday, but I'll just cover that really quick. Over the weekend, we've looked at how you've been progressing with our new hero, Aona. On reflection, we feel we haven't quite hit the mark with regards to her intended downside or weakness compared to our other healers, Sylvie and Vigor. Our intention was for Aona to struggle with her mana management as her main downside. In her current state, we believe mana management is not the right approach, considering how fun it is to put her full kit to use as much as possible. Rather than making mana management harder, we have pivoted and are now reducing the mana cost of all of her abilities across the board. We've introduced a new downside for Aona, which we think is more interesting and opens up more meaningful decisions in her gameplay. Aona's healing from damage has been adjusted so that it no longer heals all players each time, but now instead heals one player per damage instance. The player with lowest health is always preferred. This puts more emphasis on her stagger clearing abilities, Mend Fate and Restore Continuity, and gives more purpose to her defensive heals, Temporal Barrage when targeting an ally, and Flash Revision when needed. Our other two healers, Sylvie and Vigor, have also received some increases to the power, as from our internal testing, both were still behind Aona after the above adjustments to Aona. We feel the three healers are more competitive now, and we'll keep an eye on healer balance if any further adjustments are needed as we work to find an even footing between all three. My current opinion is, like, after playing with a bunch of people, like a bunch of the different healers, like Aona is just still kind of like miles ahead of a lot of people, but we'll see how it shapes up as like more people play. So here we got Aona. Damage done by Aona no longer heals all players. Instead, each damage instance will heal one player, preferring the ally with lowest health. They cut this out right here for the Oblivion's Embrace. That was in the original like tuning, but they changed it. Mana costs for Aona's abilities have been reduced across the board significantly. Sylvie, the initial heal of Fluttercall Restore Life was increased by 40%. And then Vigor, Luminous Barrier and Meticulous Runesmith absorbs now reduced damage by 20% baseline. It was 10% and scales with Intellect to around 50% at 330 item level, was 30%. So you get like a lot of DR with the shield on you. The legendary Treads of Resplendent Dawn healing from Dawnflare damage was increased to 100%, was 60%, and now passively increases Dawnflare's damage by 20%. In addition to increasing Dawnflare's cast speed, and the legendary Dawnbreaker's Cloak of Reverence, in addition to its previous effects, now also passively increases Dawnbreaker Orb's power by 25%. In the run-up to releasing the hotfix, we've done some more peli testing and adding another change to Aona to address her healing in situations where the entire party is taking sustained damage over extended periods of time. Aona Oblivion now has Deferred Fate Mass Relay, causing its damage to heal all allies affected by your Deferred Fate. This also is true for the damage over time of the Erasure talent. So yeah, so this is like kind of like an initial pass on healer tuning. Most of the player base is still playing with Aona, so it's kind of hard to see like where some of this has landed. But yeah, and we'll cover this Thursday's update, which just launched today. Crazy update too. I played a little bit on this like when servers came up, but yeah. So weekly update. This week's maintenance brings some quality of life bug fixes for Aona, Xavian, and Vigor, together with some improvements to Ryman Ardios build balance. We have also added a new curse scaling cap system to the game that we intend to be working with in the near future to allow us to better tune various curses and how they evolve as the difficulty increases. For the time being, this only affects difficulties above Eternal 30 as a starting point for us to work from. In the coming weeks, we will continue keeping an eye on balancing in regards to heroes, individual dungeons, and curses. Hero Xavian. So some fixes here. Fixed an issue that sometimes causes Xavian's Sky Crash ability to fail, causing him to not travel to the targeted destination. Xavian Solaris no longer deals damage to enemies that are out of combat. It should no longer break stealth from overhealing from a healing over time effect while passing the enemies, so just saves us some time where we can just shroud instantly, because one of the issues that we're having is you can't just stealth immediately after combat. You have to wait for this like to fall off. Ruptured Dawn has been reworked to improve its handling of height difference. This should address most of the issues where the ability did not hit target sometimes. Two of Xavian's legendary items had the incorrect primary stat. Agility on one and intellect on the other. Both now have strength. So I wonder if this, how much stronger this makes him. I did catch this in the launch reveal when like Nagura and them were streaming. But I guess there was some work that needed to be done to like address that. Anna fixed a bug causing stagger in Deferred Fate to not be cleared properly upon a player's death, causing players to have massive stagger at the start of fights once they took damage once after having died, if they died with massive stagger on them. Sounds like a really bad bug, yeah. Fixed an issue with the Min Fate, causing Aeona to get locked out of her abilities when it was used on a NPC ally or target dummy with no stagger. Huh. This fix includes the issue triggering when used on the stag from Everdon Grove boss encounter. Okay. The damage over time effect applied by Chilgar's waves and whirlwinds now correctly interact with the Aeona's stagger mechanic. Nice. Thank you. Big quality of life there. Rhyme. So these rhyme changes are kind of massive. I've seen like a lot of it already, and let's see if I can pull a log up in a second. Ice Comet now has reduced damage beyond 12 targets, was 8 targets, so you're getting a little bit more damage there in AoE. The talent, Glacial Assault, in addition to its previous effects, now also causes the next Glacial Blast to explode on impact, dealing 10% of its initial damage to other enemies near the target. Damage reduced beyond 12 targets, so nice. And then a neck rework. So the legendary Eldrin Amulet of Undulating Spirits has been updated. Still grants your abilities have a 10% chance to grant you Undulating Spirits for 12 seconds, causing your next Glacial Blast and Ice Comet to always trigger Spirit Refund. Now also grants, you start every dungeon with 100 Spirit Points, and all your Spirit Refunds now grant 3 Spirit Points. This is insane. I was talking to some friends. They were working on Eternal 32 Godfall Quarry. And Rhyme just immediately rips ult off the start with the Sapphire Aura Stone, with the Sapphire Aura Stone changes we'll talk about here in a little bit, and you're just immediately bursting into a dungeon like massive AoE. So this is a little crazy. Very good. I hope it's fun. It sounds fun, but yeah, huge for Rhyme players right now. Artios, the legendary Draconic Boots of the Devouring Flames. Damage was increased to enemies with your Engulfing Flames active has been increased to 8% per application, was 6%. So I haven't seen any Artios with the boots right now, but it sounds like a lot more single target prio damage, so that's good. Vigor, fixed an issue causing the effect from the legendary neck to be consumed in cases where it should not. Fixed an issue where casting Luminous Barrier on multiple targets with the talent Grand Design sometimes causes the Absorb to be removed from the target if they already had a previous Luminous Barrier applied. So some fixes with Vigor there. Weapons, Twilight Skybolt damage and healing scaling on its ability tooltip was still displaying the old values from stacking Eclipse. Now it shows, this is just a tooltip update. And then yeah, weapon ability tooltips do not include external bonus from traits like Heroic Brand. Heroic Brand just increases the damage of your weapon by 50, 60, 70, 80% if I remember correctly. Weapon traits, this is big too. The major trait, Sapphire Aura Stone, now attaches to your selected target, or to you if you have no target selected, and follows that character while active. If attached to an enemy and that enemy dies, the Aura Stone will stay in the position where the enemy died. So this is like the update to Larian's Starfall Volley that we had last season. Pretty good. DPS players will probably want to put it on their tank or on the bosses, fine, yeah, too. But insane quality of life for Sapphire Aura Stone, really love that. I played a little bit with this this morning. Was fun. I enjoyed this change. Good change. Curses. Curses will no longer affect NPC allies. Meteor Rain will no longer deal damage nor stun the stag in Everdon Grove, for example. Yeah, this was kind of crazy. The deer would just get sniped by the Meteor Rains and then kind of like take extra damage from like corruption totems and stuff like that. So good change there. Curse scaling cap. Now this is kind of big. Many curses now stop scaling at 30 plus 30 eternal difficulty. This is the first iteration of the feature. In the feature, this allows us to tune curses and how each one evolves as difficulty increases. Binding Ice deals the same damage to players beyond plus 30 eternal, so we won't be taking any extra damage, but the damage to enemies keeps scaling. So great, great for that. Meteor Rain deals the same damage beyond plus 30 Eternal. So this one's completely avoidable, but nice that you don't just die to Meteor Rain randomly if you get sniped by it. Storm Shield now deals the same damage beyond plus 30 Eternal. That's great. This hurts a lot, and sometimes the overlaps can be kind of bad. Shadow Lord deals the same damage beyond plus 30 Eternal. This is really great. It just means if you can deal with this mechanic already in plus 30 Eternal, you're kind of set for further and beyond when you're progging. Ira the White Witch, the Winter Witch deals the same damage. That's great. Gorn does the same damage. Shadow Lord deals the same damage. Oh, this is a second entry. Okay. Anomalous Orbs deal the same damage beyond plus 30 Eternal. This one, I don't know about this one because these guys, like, these orbs, I'm pretty sure they just one-shot you if they blow up. So, yeah. I mean, the way to deal with them is just interrupting them, but this mechanic, it hurts a lot. Blood Shards deal the same damage beyond plus 30 Eternal. Blood Shards spawn from an Executioner on plus 35 will deal the same damage as an Executioner's Blood Shards on a plus 30. This is great. Really great, really great. Blood Shards damage is now 2% of the enemy's base health. It is no longer affected by other bonuses such as Stone Skin or a powered minion health increase. This is so good for Blood Shard quality of life because Blood Shards will just like kill your party. So great. Empowered minions gain the same flat health increase beyond plus 30 Eternal. This is really good. Empowered minions gain approximately the same flat damage increase beyond plus 30 Eternal. This is so good because empowered minions with the change they made on patch where they give like triple count or double count or something like that, just makes you like want to play empowered minions because previously you weren't playing empowered minions, and now we have like route variations that are coming up where we're playing empowered minions and you still get like 20% haste and movement speed whenever you kill these things. So it's like really good changes coming for empowered minions. I really like this. Stone Skin, enemies gain the same flat health bonus beyond plus 30 Eternal, and Stone Skin's damage over time effect deals the same damage to enemies beyond plus 30 Eternal. So Stone Skin is gonna be pretty good for us. It's just gonna mean that we're not spending forever hitting mobs. So because like this just kind of slows the dungeon down if you don't have any prio damage. So really good change here with Stone Skin. Eternal fixed an issue where Eternal Shards unlocked by the group were not being seen by other members, preventing progress without disbanding or remaking the group. Yeah, we've had to do that a few times. And then some other changes here. UI region select fixed an issue with the region selector on the start menu that caused it to sometimes change the selected region upon starting the game. Then they moved the region selector below the start button. It did throw me off when I updated. The region selector has more information icons to communicate the status of servers. I saw that. That's nice. Party frame. Mara's Matriarch Macabre buff is no longer shown on the party frame, and Praetor Rush is no longer shown on the party frame. Event Horizon is no longer shown on the party frame. So our ult icons aren't showing on the party frame. Okay. Spirit of Heroism buff granted players when using their spirit ability is no longer shown on the party frame. I don't know if I like that. It's nice to know, but I guess there's a lot of icons on there already. Glorious Purpose buff icon from Fated Strike is no longer shown. Is it possible we could maybe get this to like selectively turn these back on? I don't know. Inspired Allegiance is no longer shown on the party frame. I think this is good though because sometimes like if all 4 players are running it, it kind of clogs up icons, so that's nice. Seized Opportunity is no longer shown on the party frame. Okay, I mean it's just a stacking crit thing. That's fine. Tooltips. Fix Xavier's tooltips for his taunt debuff so that it shows the correct icon text. Nice. Added information to Omega Reprieval's tooltip describing the mana replenishment. It also provides when consumed by Brilliant Flash. Sylvie's Flutter Call Protect buff tooltip now displays the correct healing increase value. Defensive trait Willful Momentum no longer displays an incorrect duration value on its buff tooltip. Alzorak Shackle no longer displays the incorrect attack speed modifier on the debuff tooltip. So just nice tooltip updates. Fixed an issue where Xavian and Aeona's developer names were still present in the edit HUD screen. Fixed an issue where the gem bonus, Harmonious Soul's buff timer, got stuck at 0.1 when it had more than 2 stacks. I did notice that. Fixed an issue in the store where players were unable to purchase items if they had been logged in for over an hour. Okay, nice. I didn't know that was an issue, but yeah. And then there was one quick hotfix pushed out to day 2. General updates. Fixed an issue with username parsing in the store. Completed German localization, added updates to other languages. But yeah, most importantly, Vigor updates right here. Updated Vigor's Luminous Barrier so that now will refresh the duration of any existing Luminous Barrier on that player, even if the new absorb is smaller. So great change here. I'm pretty sure, because sometimes the issue is that when Vigor casts Luminous Barrier, it would not replace the shield that was already on in person. So this is good. And updated Vigor's Meticulous Runesmith absorb so that it will now refresh, so that it now will refresh the duration of any existing Meticulous Runesmith absorb on that player, even if the new absorb is smaller. So yeah, sometimes you would spend runes on these shields and then the shield would not apply. So this is good. It's good that it overwrites this, which just lets like skill kind of shine here. So yeah, good changes overall. This rhyme thing seems a little crazy, but I do like that Chief Rebel is kind of taking this design towards looking at spirit for champions and making it a I don't know, just trying to figure out ways to make it fun, right? Like the Alarian spirit rework, very fun, and offers some like build variety now too. Like we see this Spirit Barrage build that's been like a lot of fun to play and a nice take on the character for sure. So I'm excited to see what else is coming. But anyways, that's it for now, guys. I will catch you all later. See me on the stream. Have any questions, ask, join the Discord, or ping me in the Fellowship Discord. I'm always happy to help. So take it easy. Have a good one.